you think out there, Coach? What did you think?
It was good. You know, good way to end. I think our guys played with good energy. I thought that you know, the black group, especially there for a while, really moved the ball really well. He got a little bit tired. You know, they only had 1 point guard, and then Kirk bruised his shoulder a little bit. So both teams were down to 1 point guard. But overall, I thought was some positive things, you know, we have to continue to work on. You know, you can see Dre's trying to get in shape. We got to get him to just playing at the same level everybody else from a standpoint and make sure he's moving the ball and doing those things.
I saw you talking to him a lot. What was necessary?
Yeah, just he has a tendency. He has some stupid fouls. If you're going to be a main guy, and you're going to be a starter, to be a main guy, you can't have stupid fouls, especially if you're a big guy, because you get enough fouls to waste fighting for rebounds and everything else. You can't foul 50 feet from the basket, which he has a tendency to do sometimes.
What was your impression of E? I mean,
I thought he played very good. He's had his last 2 days. It's like he's gotten his legs underneath him, and with that, he's been a lot more lively. Shooting the ball a lot more lively as far as rebounding, running the floor, and that.
How do you see yourself using him? I mean, with a player like that.
Yeah, he's big. You can play him and Dre together. So I think we haven't had the opportunity to play a total big front line yet. Because Dre's been out in that. But you might be able to play him, all three of those big guys at times together. Hilton Armstrong's had a really solid camp. He's actually played better than JaVale has through camp. Right now. And so we got to get JaVale defensive rebounding right now. We need more with him. We need more substance than style. He has a tendency. He's always been a style guy. We got to get some substance out of that position.
How disappointing is it to not have Gil for much of the last couple of days of camp?
I mean, it doesn't matter. Veteran guys are veteran guys. How they go about things. Heinrich and Wall have probably been our 2 best players in camp overall. I mean, if we were to go today, those 2 guys would probably start. Because how they performed as far as in camp. So when Gil's ready, he'll come back and get his legs under him.
Are you suggesting it was a veteran move, or is he actually really hurt?
No, he's hurt. No, he's hurt. He sprained his ankle. I don't know if last night, or 2 days ago when we scrimmaged. So he tweaked his ankle. So he's hurt, and it's swollen and those things.
In terms of the week as a whole, what are your impressions on the team? What did you learn about this team?
I think what I thought we had is what we had. So I mean, what I learned is what I thought we are.
Have you seen enough to be able to make some decisions?
We're going to find out. No, a team, we great energy. Play hard. Have very good quickness. Have length. Got to continue to work on rebounding. That's going to be a big. As far as a big key for us.
Do you think Gilbert will be able to play Tuesday?
I don't know. I think this might be tough just from the standpoint of we'll have to wait and see. Because he got hurt 2 nights ago, didn't do anything yesterday, hasn't done anything today. Practice and leave tomorrow and then play. So I don't know.
Coach, what think about final cuts? I mean, what is rebounding kind of like the factor that might determine who makes the final roster about those guys left?
Not really, because our rebounders are all the guys on guaranteed contracts, pretty much. So
What do you want to see out of your team Tuesday against Dallas?
I don't know. I think we want just the same thing. It's a growing process. We're going to play our young guys a lot. We got to give those guys, those guys, as much playing time in preseason as you can, so they can make that adjustment. But they're going against a veteran team that's going to be labeled as one of the top, probably 2 or 3 teams as far as in the West. So I think just to go down and compete. We just got to go out and keep on competing, keep on putting ourselves through situations, getting better in situations.
What did you think of Wall's 360 there at the end of the first quarter?
I told him that's why I brought him up to Minnesota to work with him those 3 days. So he picked up that move finally.
That was one of your old moves.
That's one of my moves.
How do you talk about the fan support out here?
This has been a great situation. I think there's threefold. Number one is that being on campus, on a campus type situation where you're here, guys can walk back and forth. Even though one of them got hit by a car, we still have the opportunity to walk back and forth. You're close. The hotel's been great. It's a new hotel. Coach Dorniga and the president here have been great for us in this building. I think it's been good because we've had an opportunity to have some of our fans come. We opened it up to coaches and to teams, and they've had an opportunity to come. And I think for you guys, for the media, it's a lot. You know, we got more media coverage because, you know, people are in D.C. and it's closer. You know, it's not like having to go, you know, 2 hours away. So I think we've had a good camp. You know, relatively, it's gone pretty quick. You know, surprisingly. So, you know, that because of how we've gone in camp, how our guys have played, you know, we decided to, you know, basically forego, you know, tonight and, you know, break camp. We'll go back, have a lunch, have a quick meeting, and break camp.
Well, do you think Tuesday is a good situation for JaVale, considering he's going up against guys that know him probably better than anybody in the league, with Brendan and Karan and those guys?
I don't know. I mean, I think that JaVale just has to, you know, you can't worry about who you're playing against. I mean, he knows what he has to do, and he's got to go out and do those things, you know, no matter if he's playing against someone that knows him or not, you know, and I think he just has to kind of has to get that mindset.
You said you saw pretty much what you expected, but were there any surprises from camp, anything that really impressed you?
I think Hilton was surprising that he offensively better, did some things better than we thought, shot the ball better, handled the ball, you know, as far as the times. I'm not surprised, but I'm happy that, you know, Lester continued through what he did during the summer to show us his ability to really compete and make shots. So I don't know if, like I said, I think we had a pretty good idea coming to camp what we thought everybody could pretty much do, and I think pretty much everyone lived up to, you know, what we expected.
Are you going to move forward with Sean then, Marks?
Right now, he's, you know, his main things we want to try to see if we can get him healthy, see where he's at. You know, he's going to be out for, you know, like I said, he was out for 3 days, tried to run, couldn't, so we'll have to wait and see where that goes.
What's your take on Kevin Palmer?
Kevin played pretty well today. You know, he's just have to see where it goes. He's in a, you know, his biggest thing is the number situation, you know, from him, but he's, you know, he's competing, and I think, you know, no matter what happens, he's going to be able to build off this, which I think is a positive.
Does Hilton play well enough where he may be your starter?
I don't know, we'll have to see. You know, that's what preseason's going to do. You know, preseason's going to determine, you know, who's going to play. I said that, you know, the best thing about it, I don't determine who plays, they do by how good they play. You know, if you play good enough and you're better than the guy you're going against, then you play, and that's how it goes.
Okay. Thank you.